Welcome, everybody. This is what I believe is our third session of the Monsterhearts 2 Wayward Souls being offered on the Open Hearth Gaming Community. We will be playing today with a layered set of safety tools, which I will briefly review right now before we get started. We have lines and veils, which are things that we're not going to include in the narrative. Those are lines. Veils are things that might be included, but we will kind of just allude to them, or they'd happen off screen, or they'd be implied, but we won't spend a lot of time on them. And so if you have a chance, go ahead and review some of those to make sure they are in your head. And also, if there's anything you want to add to them, we can always add to them. So you can take a look at that. Does everyone have the keeper? Okay. I did have a brief question about one of the ask firsts, which I believe was on mind control. I asked because the vampire, which we don't have a vampire, but we do have someone who can use moves from other playbooks, and the hypnotism move was kind of tossed about as a possibility. And I just wanted to see and check in with people about how we feel about that hypnotism move. I can read it. Hold on one second. So it goes, you can hypnotize people who have no strings on you. You roll with hot. On a 10 up, they do exactly what you wish and have no idea that anything is wrong. On a 7 to 9, the hypnotism works, but choose one. They realize exactly what you've done to them. They fuck up your commands, or their sanity is unhinged. So I just wanted to see if it's okay to include that move, or if folks want a little more context for it, and we can ask first when it comes up, or we can just put it aside completely. Any feelings about that?
I don't mind just asking first anytime I want to use it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
case by
fine.
case basis.
Okay. And then we'll
I
see.
imagine some of it also has to do with what I am trying to force the person to do.
Right.
Imagine some people would be okay with being forced to do some things, but they would absolutely not be okay being forced to do other things. So just kind of case by case, maybe.
Great. Okay. Awesome. Then assuming that the other lines and veils are okay at this point, we'll continue on. The other safety tools that we're going to be using are the X card. You always have access to it. You can make an X in the video or put it in the chat or just say X card, and we'll pause the story and we'll excise whatever the content is. You might have to tell us what that content is so that we can rewind a bit and move forward with the story without it. And it's we also have the open door policy, so you can step out whenever you need to for any reason. You don't have to tell us why. And if you could just let me know if you might be coming back, that could be helpful. Okay. I always like to remind everybody of the agenda of this game, which there are 4 principles, which is make each main character's life not boring. Keep the story feral and wild. Say what the rules demand, and say what honesty demands. Okay. A couple of things before we jump in. I want to give everyone, I feel like the XP goes a little bit too slowly in this game, so I'm experimenting with different ways of dealing with that. And what I think I'd like to do is just give everybody 1 XP for last session, and that includes you, Travis. And so everyone will just get 1 XP for showing up, for attendance. And I think that will help us move a little bit more at a normal pace through advancements in this run, because the run isn't that long. So you can go ahead and take one right now. And then I wanted to encourage everyone to pull strings. It's one of the moves that people forget to use, and I am totally guilty of that. And so think about it when you're trying to convince someone to do something, to think about pulling strings. We're frequently accumulating strings, but a good economy involves spending them as well. So think about ways that you might spend as we move forward. Okay. Let's review the wishes from last time. Let's see.
Also remember, you can use strings to put conditions onto people and then immediately tag them.
Right. Yeah, it's a very useful thing. Let's see. The wishes are on the classroom tab, I think. Yeah. Okay, so the wishes that I have here written in the character keeper, from David, we have make Mario completely mine at the expense of Yasmin if necessary. And Chloe also wants some scenes with Belinda. Okay. Donna, how terrible can Chloe be? That is the question on all of our minds, which hopefully we'll find out some answers to that today. And see if August changes his mind about her. And then he's interested in uncovering the Eustace Aine affair. Okay. Stephen wants to play out the conflict with Chloe, which is certainly on our front burner. And Travis is interested in dealing with the consequences of not being able to control his new power. And I'm just always looking for bad behavior and poor judgment. So those are my wishes. Great. All right. So what I thought is we'd start with introductions for each character, and then also say a little bit about what happened to your character last time. So by way of getting Travis caught up a little bit on what's been cooking in the storyline so far. And then Travis, I'll have you go last. And then when it's your turn, maybe you can say, you know, what's been up for Alistair? Why is he arriving at the party late? Why is he late to the party? And then we can maybe even maybe we'll just start there and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay. Okay. Well, why don't we just go in the order I see you on the screen? I see David first. So David, do you want to introduce yourself and Chloe?
Yeah, hi folks, I am David S., he, him pronouns, and I am playing Chloe, she, her pronouns, and she is using the Infernal playbook. So she, long story short, was in a terrible relationship with a guy named Flip. She got out of that relationship by basically giving her soul over to the Queen of Shadows. Is that the name? I need to double check that.
Shadow Queen, I think is what you called her.
The Shadow Queen, something like that. Yeah. But I've gone from basically one abusive relationship into one that's infinitely worse. I was last left at a rave party at the giant decommissioned electric mining shovel, Big Brutus. Where I had led my rival Harriet up the stairs of the shovel, and she fell through some kind of metal scaffolding, and I don't think we went into gory detail about it, but she sounds like her foot / leg is in very, very bad shape. And I am trying to get August to get off my back so I can finish the job. And that's where he left me.
Okay. August, maybe it makes sense for you to go next.
Yeah, I spent a part of last session trying to be a good friend to Chloe, but then she decided to blow me off at the party, which she still owes me a string for. I was basically, as I said last time, going through a PSA on underage drinking. We stole booze from my mom's workplace, and and we set up this party. I know Chloe, something's up with Chloe, and I refuse to just like leave her in, I mean, presumably to murder what's her face. I don't know.
That's right. And you found something interesting in your mom's purse when you were stealing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And she's like, my mom's dating Belinda's dad,
Yeah. Okay. And Belinda.
Yeah, my name is Dana. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Belinda, she, they, who is the worm. Comes from a long line of money grubbing, power hungry beasts, monsters, let's call them. Let's see. Last week, everyone, not that she doesn't deserve it, was being very mean to Belinda, calling out that she had no friends, and of course, as she was maneuvering her way into Chloe's good graces. Currently, that involves trying to set up her probably real friend, Yasmin, with Mario, so that Chloe can't. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm nowhere near the murder scene, soon to be murder scene inside Big Brutus. And yes, I did promise August that I would not hurt Chloe. But if he does that himself, maybe I'm off the hook.
No, you made that promise.
And I believe August was a little hypnotized by some bling that you had on at the party as well, if I recall.
Yeah, I think it kind of is maybe face over, strikes a chord with August, and of course probably has some of the same design elements as the silver jewelry that my father has gifted his mother. Not that I know any of that.
Right. Exactly. Excellent. Okay, thanks. So, Travis, Alistair.
My name is Travis. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Alistair, who is also he, him. Alistair is the witch in the game. Alistair is late to the party. People hear the rum of a two-stroke dirt bike coming out to the pit, and he comes down the thing and into the pit, takes off his helmet. Everybody is surprised to see that he has obviously charred hair and no eyebrows. Something has happened. And if the camera was to pan back to his house, you'd find the shed behind his house is pretty burnt up. Or Alistair's trying to figure out some things about his newfound power.
Excellent.
He's done his best to fix his perfect hair back to something perfect-ish.
Charred but perfect-ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, great. So let me just do one thing here. Great. So I think it makes sense to go to the cliffhanger directly, since that's where we left it. And so just to set the scene a little bit, we're inside the bowels of, or inside the armature of Big Brutus. Chloe and Harriet had walked in. It's dark and shadowing in there, but the moon penetrates a bit through open spaces. So there is some light to see by. Harriet has fallen into a hole in the metal grating or the metal flooring that is kind of deteriorated inside Big Brutus, and she's cried out in pain. Her foot is at an odd angle. There might be some blood. We won't go into details about that. And she's begging for help from Chloe when August walks in, who heard the cries. And I believe August had a vision at that point when he entered of shadows gathering in the corners of the space and their connection to Chloe and their threat to Harriet. And I think where we left it, correct me if I'm wrong, is Chloe had told August to leave, and August had resisted that.
Yeah, and then we flash to like Chloe's inner mindscape, where she's just like brainstorming like flow charts that all lead towards hypnotize August.
Yeah, we had a moment of the interior of Chloe's mind. Yeah, so I would say that the ball is in Chloe's court. So, Chloe, what do you do next?
So, I mean, if you really wanted that string on, you could just try to shut me down.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would have to do. I'd have to get a 7+ on shutdown and then go for a 7+ on hypnotize. I'm gonna make that plan B. I'm gonna go the route of lesser resistance first. What I'm gonna do is I'm desperate at this point. I mean, I will do whatever it takes to see this through to the end, right? And there's a quote from Macbeth that I am too steeped in blood to turn back now. I've killed too many people. So if this pushes me all the way into darkest self, then fine. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look at you, August, with these pleading, wild, frantic, panicked eyes. And I am going to say, August, I am begging you, please get help. I have to stay here with her. You're the only one who can do it. I'll make it up to you. Whatever you want me to do, I promise I'll make it up to you. And I'm going to spend a string to tempt you to leave me alone, and I'll even throw a promise in there to sweeten the pot for the Fae.
What's the promise you're making?
Your call. I said anything. So you say whatever it is, and I will almost certainly say, sure, fine, I promise, just go.
Okay. I look at you and I say, I need to know that she's going to be okay when I get back.
That's tough because out of character, I don't know that he is. I don't know what's going to happen to her.
I mean, I assume that your plan is not that she's going to be okay. Unless you have like a different a different plan here, and you're gonna convince me that she's okay when I get back. But
I think honestly, I think Chloe would just promise you anyway, and if it doesn't work out, then that's just one more broken promise that you can screw me over with.
Yeah. Okay. I'll accept that. If it was anyone else, Chloe, I wouldn't believe them, but I trust you. And I'm looking very, yeah, this is the bridge here that I'm holding out. And I'm going to get help. I shout over to who's collapsed through the floor? Harriet, right, sorry. Harriet. And I go running down. I'll take that XP.
All right. So you take the XP and you've got a promise.
Yeah.
Nice juicy one. And then Harriet turns to you, Chloe, and says, Chloe, I'm so scared. Oh my God, it hurts so much. Can you help me get my foot out of here?
Is there anything that the Shadow Queen wants here, or that is happening? I'm not really sure what she wants me to happen to do next.
Oh, yes. Help the poor dear, Chloe. She's fallen. Can't you help her?
Yeah, just hold on, Harriet. I'll be right there. August is getting some help here. And I'll kind of try to like crouch down, and I don't know how far below me she is, if she fell like a full floor down, or if she's just
I think
like
her
a little
foot's
bit
just caught in there. So
okay, so
yeah.
I'll kind of crouch down next to her, and I'll try to see if I can see if there's any safe way to get her out of there.
Yeah, I think you managed to get her foot out of the hole. But it's pretty, it is at an odd angle, and it's clearly broken. Maybe her ankle is broken. You hear in your mind, tell the poor dear that I can help her, Chloe. I can make her feel all better again. I can take care of that problem for her.
just come out and talk about you?
Yes. Say you have a friend who can heal you. You have to touch her while you're doing it.
Harriet, this is gonna seem really weird. I think I can fix this. I know someone, and I think that if you just close your eyes and trust me here, I think that I can you trust me, right, Harriet?
Whatever you can do, Chloe. Wow. Whatever.
Okay, just don't look at me, okay? Just close your eyes. I don't know if this is gonna hurt or not.
Tell her to say, I welcome you, mother.
Okay, Harriet, this is gonna sound really... Just trust me, okay?
What are you gonna do?
It's like a little... It's like a self-soothe relaxation thing, okay? Just repeat after me, okay? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, okay? In. I welcome you, mother.
What?
Just trust me, Harriet, trust me.
Okay.
Just trust me here.
Mother. I welcome you, mother. I welcome you, mother. There, 3 times. Is that enough? Oh. And suddenly Harriet goes quiet. And a cloud passes over the moon, and the light drops in the hole inside Big Brutus. And when the light restores, you look down, Chloe, and you see that Harriet's foot is completely healed. And Harriet looks astonished. And she has a faraway look, like she is speaking to someone, or she's hearing something. All better now, my girls. Now you must go enjoy the party. The night is still young.
I'm just shaking uncontrollably in a cold sweat, and that I'm okay with ending the scene there.
Okay, and take XP for Dark Recruiter.
Woo! I think I'm just thinking, what have I done? Just muttering that to myself as I just shake uncontrollably.
Yeah, and Harriet gets up and she's shocked that she can walk, and she has a big smile on her face. August. Well, actually, let's cut to, I want to just check in with Alistair, who's just arrived at the scene, and see if there's a scene that you want to have, Alistair, as we cut away from this, that you might want to, that we could frame for you. Belinda's about. Everyone else in the class is somewhere here around Big Brutus, and August may be running back to look for help, but you have a lot of options. Does anything come to mind?
I think that Alistair's going for whoever's got the booze. I think Alistair's pretty shaken up by whatever, and he's looking for weed, he's looking for booze, no light beer. This has got to be serious
Oh
stuff.
yeah, there are a bunch of great looking cups there.
There's a special signature drink.
Yeah, the special signature drink.
I think Alistair's
Champagne and
diving in.
vodka.
Champagne and vodka. And as you go to I don't know, do we name the signature? We'll just call it the
Silver Spring Special.
Silver Spring Special.
The Silver Spring Senior Special.
Or the Brute, the Big Brute.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are pouring themselves big brutes at kind of a folding table that's set up there, and there are red solo cups, and Billy is there. He's the one who is organizing the party, and he's pouring drinks, and he says, "Hey, you finally made it, eh?"
Yeah, here, what do you got, lad? Just give me a shot to start with. Let me just get settled. Oof. Here.
Come on here. I'll give you. I'll fix you up. And he pours a straight shot of some of the vodka into the solo cup. Try this on. Maybe it'll loosen you up a little.
Yeah.
Looks like you've been loosened up a bit already, haven't you, Alistair?
Yeah, it's been an interesting hold on. And he just does the shot. Faces. Okay, more, please, more. Maybe we should mix it a little thinner.
Sure, let me put some champagne in it.
Okay. Sounds, yeah, thank you.
This is
and
brute.
Alistair's just gonna find a milk crate and it's the closest milk crate to this table as he can, just sit down and just reach out for the glass that Billy's handing him, and I don't think he's gonna nurse this one either.
Billy leans over and says, "And if you need something else to help loosen you up, talk to Alex over there."
Alex. All right. Yeah, I don't know. How much money are we talking here? I didn't bring much with me. I kind of left in a hurry when I realized how late it was.
I'm sure
money is it
Alex
gonna
will come to some arrangement with you. Yeah.
Okay.
The booze is free though. We scored.
Yeah, where'd the booze come from? That's awesome.
Oh, it's a secret. I can't tell you. But
Billy. All right.
and then suddenly Billy kind of stops for a second, and he shakes his head, and he goes, "Did you feel something weird?"
Not any weirder than the rest of my night. What'd you feel?
I don't know. I took some of that stuff that Alex had. I think I'm coming on to it, but it was feeling really good a moment ago, and now, shit, I think I need to sit down. And he sits
You want
down.
me to pour you a drink, Billy?
No. Wait a second. Wait a second. And he just puts his head in his hands, and
Billy.
Shit. What the fuck is happening? Something. And then he gets up and he runs off. And you could follow him, or you could go to Alex, or
I am going to go get another drink.
I figured that's what you would do. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll cut away from that. And Belinda, what are you up to?
I think I've got to, get Yasmin and Mario talking to each other, right?
Oh, I thought you'd already done that. Didn't we do that last time?
Had I put them together?
Yes, I think you had.
Okay. Well, then I will be, stepping away because,
Give up some space.
Yeah, back to the drink stall. So maybe I am inventing the next big cocktail of the night.
And do you run across Alistair at the table?
Yeah. I think we bump into each other at the drinks.
You want to play a little bit of that out?
Smells like brimstone, Alistair, huh?
Belinda, and he tries to run his hand through his hair, but it's sort of just he crunches and freezes. Did you see Billy run by? He was looking weird.
I don't know how to break it to you, but Billy is weird.
Yeah, which is saying something for what I just saw. Anyway, how are you, Belinda?
Doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
What's the party been like so far?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean,
Do-
surprisingly good supply of drinks. I mean, it looks like I don't know, someone's like destroyed their parents' drink cabinet or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You want I should pour you something?
Yeah, I'm currently looking for the worst combination to go with this Southern Comfort. Something How can we make this worse, right?
This black liquor stuff. This is probably the worst possible thing.
Oh, okay, you're on. What do we call this?
Southern Comfort and black licorice. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. Here, just and
No comfort.
yeah. Yeah.
Cold Comfort.
Cold comfort.
There you go. Cold comfort. Do you want an ice cube or two?
Sure. Let's really ramp it up here.
Yeah. Okay. It's splish splash. Yeah. Cool. What's everybody been up to tonight? Like, what's been fun?
Well, August has been, dare I say, bullying me.
Really?
Yeah, but all day, so maybe it's just what he's like on Thursdays. Who knows? What can I say? Yeah, it's been kind of boring so far, really. No madness. Well, apart from the guys up there, right? There's people have climbed up into the bucket, and I don't know how they're ever going to get down.
Oh, that sounds fun. Hey, do you ever ride bikes? You want to try out my bike?
No, not suicidal today.
Okay. All right. All right. Well,
because like we're basically on an abandoned construction site.
I know lots of things to jump. That's
yeah.
I brought 2 helmets.
2 helmets. This is your chat-up line, Alistair. 2
Yeah.
helmets.
Yeah.
I mean, if you strike out elsewhere, maybe I will be drunk enough to take you up on that in like half an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go over to the shovel thing and see what's going on.
Oh, I think to fly up there, you need to talk to Alex. He has got some special tabs.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I'm not
yeah.
sure how that's if you get up or that's how you get down.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think Alistair kind of walks away mid-sentence. Just
I've got a short attention. Hey, look at that!
Everyone is such great friends with you, Belinda, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, as proven, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're friends.
And August, as you run around Big Brutus back into where the main part of the party is, what happens? What do you do? You were coming to look for help, I think.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm looking for, I mean, obviously this won't be Alistair because I'm probably looking for one of the few people who are less drunk. Which I think probably is I don't know. It seems like as much as you've been drinking, Belinda, booze does not affect you. Because I feel like you seem the same amount of unhappy all through the night.
Accurate, harsh, but fair.
Belinda, something's happened up in the digger with Chloe and Heather. Heather's she fucking fell through and I left Chloe up there with her. She's looking after her there. look, we need help to get Heather out. I don't know what's fucking going on. Chloe is a dark princess or something. That might have been the booze. I don't know.
This is a spectacular attempt at a hazing ritual, right? Right?
Look, no. Why would I fucking pretend that Heather was hurt? Like there's seriously people hurt up in the, and I assume it's at this point that like Chloe and Heather come just off of the digger.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, this is perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chloe and Harriet come walking along, and Harriet looks like she's doing fine.
Okay, she was hurt when I saw her.
Okay. Sure. I mean, climbing down a ladder on a broken leg is definitely something we would expect of a track hero. But tell me more. How terrible was this accident, and how sexy is our shadow princess?
Chloe, would you like to enter the scene?
I was gonna say, is that a question for me?
Yeah. I think you and Harriet may be coming up to where August and Belinda are.
So I don't know how Harriet looks. I don't know if she's in this kind of blissful,
she's looking good,
reverie sort of thing. But whatever the case, I probably don't look well. I look like I just saw a ghost. I think that I'm probably steadying myself a little bit against Harriet. There's probably an adrenaline dump that happened in my body a little bit ago, and it's wearing off, and now I like can't walk right. I think that there are dried streaks of tears on my face. Not crying currently, but it's pretty bad. Ooh, yeah, no. Yeah, my because I did all that makeup. It was like perfect makeup. If
right,
the shadow, yeah, it's all screwed up now. I look like I got dumped at prom. I got eyeliner and shit running down my face. It's bad. But I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe, are you okay?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm just had a scare back there. We're fine though.
Because August said something terrible was happening.
You were, I was certain that something had happened to Heather. How is she down here?
I guess it wasn't that bad, right, Harriet?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm all good now, August. I'm all good. Thanks for trying to get help for me. And she looks like she's a little dopey. Like maybe she took some of Alex's special medicine as well. I think I'm gonna go get another drink. I think, and Harriet kind of floats over towards the table with the bottles.
I'm just like staring at you, Belinda. I don't think it even registers with me that Harriet has like walked off.
Hey, are you gonna stay around? Do you think something wrong with the drink or what? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
no.
bad, but it's not spiked.
No, I just got scared for a second. I take my phone out and I put it into selfie mode. Oh god, I look like hell. Yeah, actually I think I will get a drink. I promised Mario I'd see him. Where is he?
Yeah, I don't know where he is. I mean, he's obviously around somewhere, but well, maybe you should sit down. Maybe you should sit down, and we can fix your makeup because it looks like disaster right now.
Oh, okay, sure. And I think I'll kind of like hoist myself back up onto one of the treads. of the shovel. So my feet are probably dangling off the ground a little bit. So is Belinda helping adjust my makeup?
I think absolutely. I mean, who
I
else is
just need
going
to know who's getting all intimately up in my personal space. Like,
Yeah, it sounded like Belinda.
Yeah, I volunteer as tribute.
Tribute to the treasure.
Yeah.
And so you want to narrate a little bit about how that looks, Belinda, when you help Chloe with her makeup?
Yeah. So I think, like David said, it's very up close and personal, and maybe there's like a phone flashlight turned on if we're kind of under the shadow of Big Brutus. Chloe, do you just want us to clean you up, or a bit of remedial work, or what do you want to do?
I mean, just make it look better. I mean, at least get this eyeliner off my face because I have it like all down my cheeks. Like it looks, yeah. And yeah, just kind of like cleaning up bits here. I mean, you can't make me look like all done up under these conditions, but you can at least make me not look like shit, probably.
Yeah, so I think there's like a standing very close with like wet wipes or something like this to get rid of the worst of the evidence, and very very slowly and probably not as not very efficient. But hey, every extra moment in this kind of close proximity is what Belinda is looking for.
Do you?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you want this to be a turn someone on roll?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, it seems makes a certain amount of sense to me. You think there's something specific about this kind of close attention that Chloe would find particularly soothing or turn onable?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's someone being gentle with her, which she is not used to, because Flip never was, and you're demonstrating like this care and this attentiveness to my comfort, that like I don't even know what to do with it, so it probably would create some affection.
Okay.
And I think you can absolutely tag my troubled condition on this if you would like.
Okay. Makes sense, I suppose. See what the dice decide. That is an 8.
So it's an 8
Okay.
on the dice plus 1 for the condition?
No, that's -1 hot, so that is an 8 straight. So,
Oh, I see. It's an 8 straight. Got it.
so you can either give me a string or choose one of those standard reactions.
You can take a string on me.
So I think, yeah, I think it makes sense if we're like talking or chatting about nothing in particular, just to kind of make, if I'm talking about things, just to make you forget whatever's gone on up in Big Brutus. So I don't know whether this gets Chloe to share something about what happened, or is this just kind of general getting under your skin?
If there's something specific that you'd like to inquire about, I think Chloe's vulnerable enough that she would tell you. But otherwise, I think she'll give you a heavily glossed over summary of what happened with Harriet falling through and I tried to pull her out, and she miraculously seemed okay. We thought it was worse than it was. I mean, that's kind of what I'll be talking about, unless there's something specific
Yeah,
you'd like
yeah.
me
No,
to
I
discuss.
think I'll be happy to kind of just hear you talk about this event, even if the story is going to be exactly the same as you'll be telling everyone else. So yeah, makes sense to me.
But hey, did where did you say Mario was?
Yeah,
at-
so
At that point, just as you're saying that, you see Mario and Yasmin walking in the distance, a little bit away from the party, and they're holding hands.
oh,
My
There he
heart
is.
just drops.
oh, didn't you know Mario wanted to ask Yasmin out?
What? No. I mean, no, I didn't. He has a thing for her?
Oh yeah, big time. So, when I heard that, I said to Yasmin if she was interested, and she was, and so I kind of made the introductions because they're both so shy, you know.
Oh,
Did-
I didn't know you were such a wingman, Belinda.
Well, you know, I try to help my friends out.
Man, are you trying to immediately shut her down now, Belinda?
Maybe, maybe, maybe I should do something like spend a string to give you the condition heartbroken.
You're not wrong.
Okay. So I'll spend a string. That string I just got. And I will, yeah, I guess, I mean, it seems cruel, but, you know, what can I say? To shut you down with that, you know, there's other fish in the sea, right? So that's a bear 7. You know.
Ooh, it was just got it. So, on a mixed result for someone down, you choose one from below, but you also come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return.
I cannot gain a string because Chloe has a string on me already. So yeah, I will. I guess Chloe will lose a string on me, and I will come over badly. Shocking.
Right. Out of character, I'm not very good at coming up with conditions. It's something that I just, for whatever reason, I can't do a good job with it as much as I'd like to. So if anyone has ideas, I'd appreciate it. I was thinking something along the lines of like sticking your nose where you shouldn't, but I don't know how you would summarize that in like a nice. See, perfect. You know, like but it would have taken me 10 minutes to come up with that.
So that was busybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that work for you? I feel like that's accurate for.
Yeah, I mean that is absolutely 100% accurate. That is all I've been doing at this party.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of busybodying happening. Yes. So, okay. August, what's it like for you? You're kind of seeing this because they just turned around and started doing this.
I mean, I think I don't necessarily saw any of that because immediately after all this was like, I need some more drinks because obviously I am too sober to understand what is going on right now. So I am probably drinking near Alistair, and you were asking people if they want to ride your dirt bike ride. Because I think I'm just drunk enough at this point to suggest, you know what, Alistair? You know what? I have an idea. Helmets, no clothes.
Helmets, no clothes.
Perfect.
I'll tell you what,
I think this is a great idea.
you
Great idea. Spend a string on you, Alistair.
I love it. Let's you see those pallets over there? The ones by the fire? If we build them up in a little bit of a ramp, we could just try to jump through over the fire.
Okay, great.
Do you you can just take it and I'll go next if you want, or do you want to hop on back?
No, I thought we were gonna do it together.
Okay. Alistair's just
Yep. Yeah.
basically holding the solo cup in his mouth while he's taking his
Yeah.
pants off, and
Yeah.
And the boys
I
up in
keep my
the
boots on
shovel
now.
are whistling.
it's you gotta have boots on for a bike.
Okay.
And everyone's starting to pay attention as you start putting the crates together and create the ramp, the makeshift ramp.
Yeah.
And the boys up in the.
We should have put this together before taking our clothes off. Next time.
No splinters.
Yeah.
And the boys up in the shovel are hooting and hollering. Woohoo! Go for it!
Yeah, just okay. One drink each, and then get on back.
Okay. Yeah. So I do that.
Okay.
So you want to narrate the event, Alistair?
Yeah. Yeah, so they get on, and Alistair sort of reaches back and looks at August and gives him a little pat on the knee, and then spins out around and sort of sprays everybody with dirt, and head back out for a big run at this ramp, and stops it at as far away the edge of the pit.
As you're revving over there, what's it like to have August naked behind you?
It's very warm. It's very warm. August, you ready?
Yeah, ready. Go.
Okay. And Alistair's gonna pop the clutch, and I think there's probably a 50-50 chance he pulls a wheelie and dumps August. There. Not out of cruel intention.
No, yeah.
Let's say
Yeah.
August holds on a little tighter.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I think it would be good for you both to try the stunt.
Yeah. Excellent.
I think I'm just going to roll a die to see
Okay.
the outcome of this stunt.
Sure.
So if it's a 4 to 6, then you're going to pull it off some. Actually, if it's a 5 or 6, you pull it off gloriously. 4 to 5, something goes wrong. 3 or 4, something goes wrong. 1 or 2, it's not good. Okay, so it's a 4. So I'm going to say, yeah, so you pull it off, but something goes a little haywire while you do it. Do either of you want to tell it from your perspective? August, why don't you tell it as the passenger on the backside? He just popped a wheelie, you held on tight.
Yeah, and I think we make the jump. And I think it's at that point that we can make the jump. It's the landing that's kind of trickier. Because I think that we go rocking back and forth for a couple yards, and then we end up, and then we slow down a little bit. It falls over, and we both go rolling in the dirt together.
But you got
Excellent. Yeah.
And I take off my helmet and say, "We did it!" Hold up my hand for a high five.
Definitely,
as I lie on the ground.
Definitely getting a high five back, and Alistair just pulls off his helmet. And he's shaking it up in the thing, woo! And gives August a big hug.
Aw.
Yeah. And as you're hugging me, I say, look, there's a lot of shit that's been going on tonight. Alistair, if you had any secrets, you tell them to me, right? And I'll let you know here, when you lie naked with another, which I am, you can ask them for a promise. If they refuse, take 2 strings on them.
Excellent. 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 Yeah, it's been a weird day. I was, oh, and it just sits down. Yeah, if the bike's laying down, like he sits down on the side of the seat there, he's like, oh, I burned off all of my hair.
I mean, you still have it.
Yeah,
I kind of wave my hand and like touch your the tips of your hair.
Yeah, all the crunchy bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I something's weird going on, and I was trying to figure it out tonight. That's all. But yeah, it's weird.
Oh, so are you gonna make that promise or not?
The promise.
Yeah, listen, I'll tell you what, you come riding with me again sometime, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Is that enough of a promise in the right direction? Do you want something bigger?
No, that's fine. Just
Okay.
remember that if you break this promise, I get a string on you and get to start taking revenge on you.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm not convinced Alistair's going to remember this, but he's happy to make. It's totally, you should go for a ride. Yeah.
Alistair promised to tell me his secrets. Okay.
Great. So we'll cut away from that unforgettable scene. Of the 2 of you lying naked in the dust with your helmets on.
And boots.
No, I guess you took
No, we took our helmets off.
You did take your
I touched
helmets
his
off
hair.
afterwards, yes.
I think after this, it just sort of devolves into drunken giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then pan away.
Okay, so we'll pan away from that. Looks like we're at the top of the hour. Why don't we take our break now? Something's come up for me, so I need to take a slightly longer break. So let's come back a quarter after.
Is it about rats and mice and cats again?
No, not this time.
Oh, okay. 15
Although
minutes.
there have been
good.
more. I didn't send you the picture of the rat face that was left the other day. So, but yeah, so let's come back at a quarter after.
Quarter past. Yeah.
Okay, see you then.
Take care, everybody.
All right, so we're back. So see if there's anything else that you want to do at the party, or whether we could close the curtain on the party and go to the next morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm fine closing the curtain there.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? We can go to the next morning, hangovers, etc. Fallout, the usuals. All right, great. So let's fast forward. Yeah, I think we can just go to the next day. I think we don't have to move too far, because there might be some fallout from all of this. And the next day is a school day, so you guys are all waking up for school. Let's see. Think about a scene that you might want to have. I have some ideas for some scenes for each of you for school the next day. But let's go ahead in character keeper order. Let's see, what is the character keeper order? Yeah, August. Let's start with you, and we'll go across the character keeper with some ideas. But is there a scene that you imagine August having, either in the morning, waking up, arriving in school.
I mean, I'd probably have to approach Alistair about that promise he made to me last night.
Yes, that makes sense. Where might that happen?
I mean, I feel like probably if it's the morning, either at Alistair's locker or in homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you think works for you? Would you prefer, Alistair?
Locker, I guess. I'm gonna come into school on my bike again, and backpack. I'm clothes and stuff in good shape, looking good. Facially, not looking good. Obviously, a bit of a hair problem. But I'm gonna just sort of stumble towards the locker and go to put my helmet in there and hang up my jacket. Oh, hey August,
Walk down the hall. I think that you're here. You're seeing some Snickers and some eyes on you, Alistair. Like, wow, didn't expect that. But you make it to your locker.
excellent. Hey August, how are you?
Oh, how is August? I'm doing okay, I guess. It was last night was a weird night. But you'd told me about that you wanted to go riding sometime and talk about some stuff you've been keeping close to the chest.
Yeah, some weird stuff. I mean, the party was not even the weirdest of it, honest. Yeah, today's Friday. I gotta work tomorrow morning, like 4 o'clock tomorrow. Do you have a bike? Do you just want to ride with me? What do you feel like?
Oh, I don't have a bike. I could ride with you, I guess.
Yeah, have you ever driven a dirt bike before?
No, not before last night.
Well, that was a heck of an introduction to dirt bike riding. Yeah, okay, well, I can ask my brother, or do you want me to borrow his, or just ride with me, whatever you feel like. I got this really cool place I like to ride.
Oh, I can ride with you. I enjoyed last night, and I give you a little grin.
All right, sounds good. Um, yeah, awesome. So work in the morning. I'll come pick you up at like 4.
Cool. I'll see you then.
Okay. Yeah, sounds
Kind of
good.
do the back away, bye, then turn and go.
Yeah, beauty.
And August, I think as you turn and go, you walked out as you're walking down the hall. You see Belinda at her locker, getting her her stuff out, and you do notice that she's wearing the necklace that you saw the night before, and you can feel in your the pit of your stomach like how much you want that necklace for yourself. So do you just walk around by?
No, I stopped by. I forget if I said it last night, Melinda, but that is a sweet necklace you have there. Where did you get it?
Well, good morning to you too, August. Where did I get this necklace? In my jewelry box. I mean, I don't recall where I got it originally. Probably a birthday present. You like it?
And this necklace, I said, is you told me we have established looks like the one my mom has, right?
Yeah, I think stylistically, at least, maybe there's something similar or familiar.
A birthday present from who? I'm just staring at it.
And I think like I put it under my shirt, right? So so you can't stare at it anymore.
Okay.
I guess my mom. I don't know. Yeah.
And
How about like creep much or?
I mean,
So out of character for just 1 second, Dana, how is Belinda feeling about the obviously covetous looks that August is giving that necklace? Is this something that she enjoys, or is something that's uncomfortable for her? I assume it's from her collection.
I think. Yeah, I think. Maybe she's a little impatient that August won't say, "I want this." What can I do to get it? Right? Like you just have to come out and ask instead of just staring at me.
Okay.
So yeah, a little bit impatient. I mean, August, do you really want it? Is that what I understand, or are you just trying to make me feel uncomfortable?
oh, I thought it was like a old family heirloom type thing. You actually trade that or give it away?
Well, to the right kind of person, to someone who is going to be my friend, if they weren't already. And as you
You're
revel
really
in
not going to
pointing
get
out,
over the no friends thing, are you?
well, you seem to revel in any attempt or any opportunity to point that out. So no, I don't think we're going to get over it unless you do.
Okay, so what are you saying here, Belinda? You want me to be your friend and you'll give me a necklace?
Well,
Because that's not really how friends work.
no, exactly. I don't want you to say you're going to be my friend. I would like to see some act of friendship from you. Maybe don't treat me as if I'm out to hurt Chloe, because I'm not. And then I'm sure we'll get along.
And I'm just kind of like thinking about how this, because like I can say that and like you could give it to me, but I'm just like trying to figure out like how what mechanically that means. I look, I saw you were helping Chloe last night. I'll admit that you're not that you're not just some creep loser like the last person Chloe was into. You're maybe okay.
Sure. Well, yeah. So, I mean, you seem into promises, which is cute and all. So how about you promise me that you'll, put in a good word with Chloe for me, just along the lines of you just said. Does that sound fair?
I kind of give you this like bitch really look and say like fine.
Well, okay. Well, and reach back and unclasp the necklace, and I'll put it around your neck if August doesn't leap away out of my reach.
No, it's fine. No, yeah, look, thanks for this, Belinda. I'll talk to Chloe. And is that where we close the scene, or does Belinda need to have the last word?
Well, you get the XP, right? For
Yeah, I did
getting
that.
Okay. So yeah, I think maybe this is a learning experience for August. Like, I think Belinda is happy enough not to need the last word, right?
Okay.
So she, gives you a nod and closes her locker and ambles off.
Great. Sounds like we can close the scene there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Chloe.
I don't have anything I really need to do. I'm happy. I mean, I have some ideas, but if there was an idea that you had for a scene, or if we want to have a scene with August, any of that would probably be just as good or better than what I could come up with.
Yeah. I'm wondering how you're feeling. You had a big night, and I'm just wondering how you're feeling, but also how you're feeling if you walk into homeroom and you see that. Actually, I need to know the homeroom setup for a second. What is it? It is.
I sit between Mario and Yasmin.
That's true, you do. So when you walk into homeroom, they're leaning across your desk, and Mario's showing Yasmin something on his laptop, and they're both kind of leaning over your desk and whispering in hushed tones. How do you respond?
Hey, excuse me, guys, just gonna slip right in here, and I kind of throw my backpack kind of over the seat of the chair and kind of slide in, and I'll kind of gently nudge the laptop back to Mario.
Oh, no problem. Sorry, Chloe. Sorry.
Hey,
Yasmin, I'll email it to you. Let me know what you think. And Yasmin says across to you, she says, well, from what I read already, I think you should publish it for sure. If not in the newspaper, in the school newspaper, I know someone at the town paper that will publish it. And then they both settle into their desks. And Mario has a big grin on his face.
Hey, yeah, sorry I lost you at the party. I know we meant to kind of see each other more. Did you get back okay? I kind of thought you were gonna ride back with me.
Oh no, we got another ride. Yeah, Ella gave us a ride back. Gave Yasmin and I a ride back. Yeah, you ran off with Harriet, and I didn't really see you after that. Oh, I guess I saw you with Belinda for a bit, but it looked like you were having a kind of intimate moment, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, no. She was just fixing my my makeup. Some bad stuff happened.
You okay?
Well, did you hear about with Harriet? She fell through part of the shovel and her leg almost got all screwed up. So that's, why I
heard
wasn't around.
something like that, but she was dancing the night away afterwards, so she seemed to be in great spirits. I'd never seen her so
Yeah,
free.
yeah, she was totally fine. Yeah, yeah, I'm just sorry that I couldn't get a chance to follow through on hanging out with you guys. But you and Yasmin sound like you guys are doing good.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's reading some stuff that I've written and giving me, yeah,
Is it your
encouragement.
little expose on the Belinda's family?
Yeah, did I tell you about that?
Uh
Yeah.
yeah, like yesterday in the library, dude.
Oh, right. That's right. Yep. She
Um
thinks it's really good.
hey, since I was talking to Belinda a lot last night, and actually I was talking with her even before then. If you want any help with that expose, I bet I could kind of get an in with Belinda. I think that I don't know, she just gravitates toward me.
Shit, I never thought of that. That's a great idea. Have you ever been to her house?
Not yet, but we're starting to strike up kind of a friendship. I bet I could make it happen.
If you could get the inside scoop on that house, that would be awesome. Whatever you see, you could take some pictures maybe with your phone. Because I'm sure they've got stuff in that house that they've collected from all the ill-gotten gains that they've had on the back of this town. If I could get a record of some of the stuff they have in there, but they're very secretive, and not a lot of people have been in there. God, it'd be such a favor for me, Chloe. It would just make my piece so much more special. It's mostly just research right now, but if I had the inside scoop on Belinda's house, they'd publish it for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'll do what I can, but hey, once I find out a little bit more, what do you say you and me just, meet up and talk through things and
For sure, for sure.
I can, yeah, I'm happy to help you out, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm excited. All right, let me know what you find out.
Yeah. I'm happy to close the scene out there.
Okay. Alistair, let's turn to you. Is there something that you might want to explore today at school? Everyone's talking about you and the naked bike run. Are you used to having that kind of attention?
Definitely not. Yeah, Alistair's gonna hide behind his camera. So he'll have his yearbook camera out a lot. Sort of put that between him and any conversations.
Okay.
And he's gonna use his yearbook pass to go check out something with the more junior grades, or just kind of avoid everybody his own ages at the party.
Uh-huh. Now, you and Belinda both work on the newspaper and maybe the yearbook together. Is that correct?
I think that's what we said, Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I could imagine a scene there, maybe if that's something that you'd want to do. But I also have a question for you about Flip. Because we established that you and Flip were kind of close, right?
Yeah.
Before
Yep.
his accident, his unfortunate accident. Yeah. And so I'm wondering, if there's any kind of flashback that you would want to do to that relationship to set something up. Or we could do something at the newspaper with Belinda, or we could do something else that you might want to do.
If we set a time for this, like a year for this, do we
It was last
declare at
year.
all? Last year. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
last school year. Yeah.
But 2022.
Yeah. 2022.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're into it, Donna, I can be at the office and just going through some photos, downloading some stuff, and just organizing some photos. And I think I'm just on a big screen, just going through and looking at photos. Nothing too much sticks out. Some sports stuff, some an award out in front of the school, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So maybe I will appear at your shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Belinda.
Hey, Alistair, are you good to be editing stuff after last night's escapades?
Yeah. Yes, fine. Yeah. It was as bad as I think it was, right?
If not worse.
Okay. Had a weird moment with August there at the end.
That's what I mean.
That. Yeah. I mean, not just the naked jump, which, to be honest, I think was kind of fun. But yeah, he wanted me to go out riding with him, so I'm gonna take him out tomorrow and show him the trails where I like to ride on the back and stuff. It goes past that back fence at your house. There's that stream and stuff. I ride out there past not your house, but your place.
Yeah.
But yeah, out there. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I have a feeling that everybody's talking about me today.
You are not wrong.
Yeah, I know.
So just be careful up there because the trails are pretty old and lots of gnarly roots. So if dirt bikers have grades, this is like black grade, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I tried to get Alistair to ride my brother's bike, but he didn't. August. I tried to get August to ride my brother's bike, but he's not all that interested. So it'll be taking it easy. Can't do too much too exciting. So did you get a chance to talk to did you talk to Harriet today?
No, I did not see her.
Because I heard that she was really hurt, and then by the time I sort of paid attention to her, she was fine last night.
Yeah, August had some strange story. It sounded like she was basically dead. And then she traipses down the stairs like nothing's wrong. Like a bit, maybe high on some of Alex's stuff, but she seemed
Which
fine.
I somehow managed to avoid last night, but thank goodness, because I just feel like enough already. What do you want to? Maybe we should interview her for the paper or the yearbook. Ask her a little bit about it.
Oh, did you not get the email? There's a track meet at the weekend, and I was going to go, and I was about to suggest that you might want to go for some photography.
Yeah.
If you're busy, that's.
Well, will the finals on Sunday? Yeah. I can't do Saturday. I got this thing with August, and I got to work in the morning. But yeah, Sunday. Let's do the. I think finals are happening right before lunch. So, I mean, be there at like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get you to explain whatever the what's the word I'm looking for? Just sport's not my thing. I'll get you to explain it to me. You point me in the right direction. I'll shoot whatever you want. I'll bring the long lens and we'll be good.
Okay.
See you then.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that there, from your experience, Belinda should have at least inserted one cutting barb there, but it was strangely omitted this time.
Strangely civil that time, right?
Yeah.
Because Belinda has been kind of cutting with Alistair in the past, right?
Oh.
No. So, Belinda, is there any scene that you would like to call at this point?
Yeah, I think it would be maybe. I guess there's two things that would be on my mind, and both are maybe aimed at giving someone a look at Belinda's house, whether that is Chloe, because she did say something to Mario about doing that. So maybe we go with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether we want to like just have that scene where it's discussed or fast forward to that scene itself. I don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we could fast forward, I think, to well, let me ask Chloe this. Chloe, how do you follow up on your plan with Mario?
Oh, that's the hard part. I guess I'd have to at some point talk to Belinda and like actually try to be friends.
Why don't we start there since you're squirming about it? So you haven't seen each other since the night before, right?
Yeah. So is that a scene that we're gonna have now? Just me and Belinda then meeting up?
Yeah, sure, makes sense. If that
Okay.
do it, yeah.
Yeah. Is it Belinda? What do you think? Is this like an after school thing or like a during school, like kind of during a study period sort of deal?
Yeah, maybe a study period, or maybe if Chloe is kind of trying to avoid it all day and then realizing that she needs to do it, maybe it's like just as school is finishing, like on the steps or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. So, you hear the classic ringing of the bell, and then I have there's a shot of me kind of like hanging out on the top of the steps of the school, looking around. I see Belinda crossing down from me. There's this moment of jaw clenching hesitation, and then I start to take a deep breath and walk toward you. Hey, Belinda, how's it going? You holding up okay after last night?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That cold comfort might have been a mistake, but yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had drank more, but probably not a good thing to do two nights before you have a race. Well, hey, I just kind of wanted to pop in and just make sure you were doing okay and say thanks for checking up on me. It's not something that a lot of people do these days, so I try to repay the favor whenever I get the chance.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing well.
Well, hey, I didn't know. Like, are you doing anything right now? I figured, like, I don't know, like between you and me, you kind of seem like actually kind of a cool person. I wouldn't mind like hanging out a little bit if you don't have anything else going on.
Well, I'm supposed to be doing a project with Yasmin, but she has other things on her mind right now. And just sent me a text to say, "Saws, I will catch up with you later." So I guess I'm a free agent. So
Really? What's she doing?
who knows? I mean, between you and me, I think maybe she has a date with Mario. Who knows? It's Friday night, right? I mean,
And you wonder why you don't have any friends, Belinda?
Hey, let's walk and talk. It is Friday. I mean, are you headed back to your place or like where? I mean, where are you going?
yeah, I was gonna head home. You can come along. I mean, if you wanna be somewhere else.
I know. I
Wanna
mean,
go
yeah.
home?
Yeah, no, I don't actually want to go home. So I would be totally down to see your place. Is don't you have like a really freaking cool place?
Well, I think it's a little bit grotty and dusty, but yeah, I guess it's big, right? And kind of impressive, maybe.
Well,
So I
hey,
guess maybe it's cool.
well, I mean, hey, tell you what, if it's not too much trouble, I hear it's a pretty sweet place, and it's an old mansion, I think, right? Like lots of dusty crevices and hidden rooms and secret doors, like that kind of thing, right?
I guess I could probably show you at least one secret door.
I want to see everything. And I'm gonna spend my last string to tempt you to give me like a full tour of like every part of the house, to the point that I have like, I know all the ins, I know all the outs. I could break in if I needed to. I might have to roll to do it, but I would know how to. Like enough that I can give a full report back to Mario. I don't say that to you
Okay.
in character, but
Yeah. I will take that bribe. I will show you everything. Even the bits that we really shouldn't, right?
Secret bits.
sweet. That works for me.
So let's cut briefly away from that, and we'll do that scene. But I wanted to come briefly back to Alistair for a second. Alistair, while when Belinda leaves and you're scrolling through the pictures, all the old pictures, you see some pictures of Flip that you took. And I'm wondering whether, because you said at the beginning a couple of sessions ago that you were troubled or traumatized somehow by Flip's death, which was a violent death. And I'm wondering if you might, we haven't done a lot of gazing into the abyss, whether you might want to do a gaze into the abyss move here as you're perusing old photos of your friend who passed away so violently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. Why don't we start? Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and do the roll and then see how it falls out, and then we'll move from there, and you and I can narrate it together.
Great. Roll with dark.
Yeah.
Dark +1. Okay. 2. Okay. 7 with the +1.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Belinda's. I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, I got last roll by Alistair. Okay. I got a 10. There you go.
You got a 10.
I got 10. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the move.
So on a 10,
yeah, lucid
this shows
visions.
you lucid visions, and you take one forward in addressing them. But what we didn't establish was what you might be looking for. Like, what's on your mind about Flip and his death?
Yeah, I need some help from folks. I don't remember much about what we said about Flip's death when we were on that first session.
We didn't say much except that it was violent, and it was caused by the dark power
right
upon Chloe's request.
Right.
That's what we know.
Okay. David, did you have a thought for what Chloe wished upon him?
Was it a dirt bike accident?
Maybe my brother's dirt bike I've been offering out is actually Flip's bike that ended up at my place.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking at photos. I think I see you looking at the big screen with all the photos, and there is a photo of you and Flip on dirt bikes together. Out behind Belinda's place. on your favorite trails. And a couple other photos with your arms around each other and your helmets off, and I think as you're looking at them, you kind of space out for a bit. Things have been weird with you anyways, so you kind of space out for a bit, and you just start having all these memories of Flip that are very vivid, you know, about your friendship and what you shared, and then I'm gonna say that you actually are the one that found him.
Okay.
After the accident, that you guys were actually maybe out together when it happened, and then you suddenly have these kind of flashbacks to finding your friend, you know, after the accident, and we won't go into the details of what he looked like, but suddenly the memories change into something different, and he actually gets up from the accident, and that never happened. And he turns to you and he says, Al, you've got to help me. Al, it was her. She did it. You got to help me. You got to help me. And then he looks panicked, and then suddenly you snap out of it.
Whoa. Wow. I'm gonna look around the room, see if anybody else is in the room.
It's like eerily quiet now in the room around you. You're the only one there.
All right. Yeah, so I'll just take out a little notebook out of my camera bag and just write down, gotta help. She did it.
She did it.
And underline she.
Yeah. Okay, we'll cut away from that, and we'll find out how you respond to that. August, what is up with you now that you have that necklace in your possession? I'm curious. Yeah, what it's like, and what you plan to do with it now that it's yours.
I mean, I probably go back out to where the smokers on school are, hang out. And I think I'm like sitting with it and studying it, and I'm probably opening my mind to, staring into the abyss as well.
Oh, another good place to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a connection to this, and I don't know what it is, why I feel that. I think I want to know about that. Oh wow, and this is my first roll the entire session. Oh no, it's the Zoom meeting link. Let me open the die roller link.
Yeah, I just see you, like all the smokers are out on some bleachers, and you're just sitting off a ways by yourself and kind of holding the necklace in your hands as you're contemplating it.
Yeah, wow, and that's a 10 on -1.
Awesome. So I think for you, as you're thinking about it, wait, remind me, how your mom hasn't told you about your heritage, right?
Yeah, no, I'm in the dark about all that.
You're in the dark about all of that. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you were in the dark about all of that. Yeah. I think as you're seeing the necklace and the design of it, then suddenly it starts. You notice your vision shifts, and you see the bracelet that has the same design on your mother's wrist, and the camera kind of pans back, and you see her laughing with a man who has his who's actually closing the bracelet onto her wrist and smiling at her. And as you look at this man, who you've never seen before, presumably Eustace. It looks as if broad, kind of leathery wings spring from his back, and flames lick around him. And his eyes suddenly take on that kind of reptilian slit pupil kind of quality as he keeps looking at your mother with a look of like he wants to devour her. And she's oblivious to the entire thing. And then in the background behind him, as you see his wings spread, you see the image of the Marcham House that you have seen before, because a lot of people have talked about it. It's up on a bluff and you can see it from the town. And you recognize it as the Marcham House. And then you come back to yourself and you're in the bright sun on the bleachers with a big cloud of pot smoke over your head.
Yeah, I think I take the necklace off of my neck and throw it out into the like brush near the school.
Nice. Okay. So that's top of the hour. Why don't we take our next break here, and we'll come back and do a few more scenes. So let's come back at 5 after. See ya. Here we go. Okay, so we just cut away to Gaze in the Abysses from Alistair and August. And I think it makes sense to check in back with Belinda and Chloe on their walk to the Marcham House, or their arrival at the Marcham House.
There is a picture in the Places tab, in case you want to worth 1,000 words, apparently. So that's the vibe.
Yep. Not spooky at all.
And I guess, like, if we look at the picture of the town, everything is kind of on this flat plain, but obviously the Marcham House is on the side of the mountain, kind of away from overlooking the town. Again, not creepy whatsoever. So yeah, we walk up, or maybe we take like a back route in, because I'm trying to give you the full tour, and we go through the spooky woods where, like, as we've just seen, this is where Flip crashed to his death. If that isn't too traumatic.
No, that's I mean, it's traumatic, but not too traumatic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start there. Walking through the back ways to get to the Marcham House.
And so maybe when we come around, we don't get that usual vista. We kind of see the house from an angle most people don't. And we can kind of see from here how much it really commands the town, or at least, overlooks the town. So a lot of like high windows and peaks and strange little, I think, like you said, alcoves and towers and all that kind of odd, out of place architecture.
So Chloe, what do you say as you're approaching this house for the first time?
Oh my God, this place is cooler than I was thinking. Why don't you have people over here more often? You could have all kinds of crazy parties over here. This is way cooler than that shovel.
Well, my parents are kind of hard asses, and so parties, I mean, they would just be killjoys.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those things. What are they, like, stuck up rich people or something? I mean, no offense.
I wouldn't say stuck up, but I would say I think like I lean into whisper because I'm on the grounds, and who knows? They're kind of like mean spirited, like I mean, or maybe stuck up is right because like they know they're better than everyone else. I don't know. I can't explain this.
No, I get it. Yeah, they don't want anyone like walking on their grass and like touching their antique throw pillows or whatever.
Yeah, they're
Are they the kind of people who have like special towels in the bathroom that you're not actually supposed to use? You know what I mean?
I mean, there are certainly things in the house that we don't use because they are special, but not towels. No, no, not weird like that. But like, you know, like the fourth shelf of the in the wine cellar is like, nope, under circumstances.
Well, hey, give me the tour and don't forget about the wine cellar. That sounds awesome.
Mhm. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think like we come in like a back door, which kind of comes into this big hall with staircases leading off into different wings of the house, right? And there's lots of skylights and little slit windows, and there's lots of light, but also lots of shadows, right? And maybe the first thing that might catch your eye is like everywhere you turn and every wall that has enough space, there's like some crossed spears, of various eras or styles or whatever. And yeah, I guess seeing as you mentioned it, we'll go down the stairs into the wine cellar. And yeah, like it's a narrow kind of corridor, right? With wine bottles all along one side, and each one dustier than the last. Yeah, it's like a lot of wine gets drunk in this house. There might even be some champagne there. I'm sure there's a bottle of vodka somewhere because,
Signature drink.
Signature drink, yeah. And I think like Belinda doesn't mention it, but there's also these like giant earthenware jars in the corners, right? Like no labels, no nothing, just sitting there dusty. And you want to go through a secret door, right, Chloe?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I'm totally casing this joint.
Wow.
And I'll just like say that aloud, but like jokingly, but kind of not.
Well, when you need to break in, you need to know where to go, right? Like I said, the fourth drawer, the fourth shelf there, like, not allowed to touch those.
Why? What is it? And I'll kind of like peer at them. I'm not like quite touching them, but like, what's so special about these?
I mean, I've been told they're just old and expensive.
Oh,
But
really?
they didn't even say we're saving them for a special occasion, so I don't know.
Or what, are they gonna like sell them at some point, or like?
I don't know. Sometimes I think my parents just like to have things that other people don't have. They just like to covet things and acquire them. It's kind of sick.
Oh, like they're hoarders, but they're rich, so it's not hoarding, it's like collecting. It's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's like I'm not drinking 4 glasses of wine. It's a tasting, and it's classy, that kind of thing.
So at the back of the wine cellar, there's like this lots of cobwebs and dust and whatever else, and then there's like this. I mean, it's not really a secret door; it's just kind of hidden, and it just looks like wood paneling. So you just push it open, and it's definitely like a secret passageway. And so it's dark as pitch in there, right? It's but Belinda goes in without a torch or without taking out her phone to light the way or whatever. It's like she has no problem seeing in this tunnel.
What do you freaking see in here? And I kind of like come in behind you. It is pitch black in here. And by the way, I am literally going to kill you if you don't get a party going at least once before we graduate. This place is the coolest place. Oh my God. And my voice is echoing off the walls, and it's all cavernous and such.
And I'll shush you, right? I'm right in front of you, even though you've no idea, and I'll like put a finger up and say, "Shh, no shouting." And are you easily freaked out?
Is that in character or out of character?
Oh, that's in character.
No, what are you talking about? I'm brave. Why?
Okay, well then you should definitely feel around on the walls, right? Because it's awesome.
Okay. And I guess I'll like feel around and
there's these little I think like alcoves, and like you reach into one and it's like definitely a skull. There's definitely a skull in this hole in the wall.
Are you freaking kidding me? Belinda, please let me take a photo.
What do you mean a photo? You can't take a photo.
Wait, I can't? Why not?
Because my parents will kill me.
Well, then we're not gonna tell them. I just want to have a fucking skull on my phone background. That's the sweetest thing ever.
When I was young, I asked who these people were, and I was told those who have done us wrong. Can you imagine telling a kid that? That's just crazy.
I'm going to grab your hand in the dark and kind of get closer to you and say, Belinda, please, I will do literally anything. And can I roll a turn someone on move there?
Absolutely.
Seems fair.
In the dark, in intimate quarters.
In the
Yeah. I mean, no one is
below
looking,
your house.
right? All these skulls are missing their eyes.
Okay, I think this is the first roll I've had this session. So I think I have a +1. Don't I? Pretty sure I do. Yes. Okay.
I'm just checking to
course.
see if no, I don't think Belinda's conditions make a difference.
7 is what we got with the +1 modifier, thank goodness.
Okay. So, Belinda, you have the choice of either giving a string to Chloe or choosing from the list of 3.
I mean, I'm inclined that this situation is only improved if I kiss you, right? That is.
Oh wow! I didn't expect that. Thought that was going to be for a subsequent trip to the house.
I mean, I think maybe instinctually I know if I try this, I mightn't have to promise you something that I know will get me into trouble. But this is my first. This is my first attempt at not fulfilling that.
At kissing a girl,
request.
I know.
Okay. I think that I'm like really taken aback, and there's this sort of moment of, wait, what the hell am I doing? And then there's this moment of, fuck it. And then I just kiss back. And I think, I don't know what Belinda's doing, but I'm going to just sort of let Belinda take the lead here, because I feel like, well, this can only go well for me. That's the mistake I'm making.
Now, my dear, be careful with this one. She may be more dangerous than she looks. But by all means, proceed.
So, Belinda, I'll let you decide how far you want to take it, if it's just kind of like a little making out in the catacombs, or if you want to go all the way with it. It doesn't make a great deal of difference to me. Either way, it's going to really mess with the dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, I think not much more than this and the catacombs, but maybe, it'll be, well, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And maybe go upstairs to her bedroom just to hang out or whatever. But, catacombs,
Yeah.
I'll say there's too many people watching, right?
Too many dead people watching.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll
Too
cut
many
away.
ancestors.
We'll have that kiss in front of the ancestors, or the those who crossed the Marchams, and we'll slip away from that. And I wanted to go back to Alistair and see where you want to go from here. We could fast forward to the dirt bike date. Or there could be something else that you'd like to do.
I think I'm
Just
ready for
found out
the
about Flip, so I'm not sure if there's some kind of reaction that you want to do, or that's going to lead you somewhere. But yeah,
flip thing. That's a good idea, actually. I'm assuming that I'm then in the same time as Chloe and Belinda. It's after school, and I'm finished up at the lab. I'm sort of shaking off that weird experience, and I'm gonna try to go break into Chloe's locker.
Okay. All right. The halls are pretty abandoned at this hour. It's like maybe 5 p.m. And so there's not a lot of folks around because it's Friday at 5. Most of the teachers have gone, and you have a key, I think, because you and Belinda need to get in and out of the newspaper/yearbook office at odd hours. So it seems quiet as you walk towards Chloe's locker. Chloe, what does your locker look like? Is there anything on it, or actually, they're not allowed to put stuff on the outside of lockers, right? So maybe you have to wait till it's open, and then Chloe can tell us a little bit about what's inside. Yeah, all the bling is on the inside, right?
Totally.
All right, Alistair, how do you break into the locker?
Assuming it's like twist padlock on the front of it. Isn't there yeah, I think that there is some sort of hack where you break off the end of a pen, the clip of a pen, and you can slip it down inside and push past get the clasp to open up. So I'm gonna make that my effort. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay. I'm going to say that you do manage to do that,
Okay.
But it makes more noise than you thought it did.
Okay.
And so, but the locker does open. These aren't like well-made lockers, and it actually gives way. And as you open the locker, Chloe, what's the inside of your locker look like?
The interior of the door, when you open and you have the inside of the door, it's just top to bottom racing bibs from different meets and different races she's had to do. There's probably at least 6 of them, just a bunch of 4-digit numbers, all the way down the locker itself. And then the actual interior of the locker is probably fairly sparse in terms of decoration, just lots of notebooks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Then I'm gonna look around from side to side and just start to basically rifle the locker.
Mhm.
Open the books, fan the pages, see if there's any pencil cases or, you know, bags or anything. Yeah.
Does Chloe keep a journal of any sort, or did she ever take notes, or does she doodle in the corners of her notebooks?
How about this? There's a folder, like at the very bottom of a whole stack of things. And it's from a class that ended last semester, and I just never bothered to take it out and get rid of it. And in the back of the folder, beneath a bunch of assignments that are long graded and resolved, maybe there's a bunch of poetry that I wrote about Flip, where I reveal that I actually am not happy in that relationship at all, even though I looked like I was and tried to keep up good appearances. Like it's apparent that I was like horribly, horribly unhappy and alone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you leave that folder there, Alistair? Or do you...
I will definitely leave it there. I'll just whip out my phone and take a picture of this kind of stuff. David, how do you feel about there being like a sketch classroom, whatever, wherever, where there is just sort of a blob of shadow figure that is obviously a woman, but no features or...
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like a silhouette image of a matronly looking woman.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. With a question mark on it. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll just take a picture of the poems and the sketch, and then try to, in awkward teenager way, put it back. Not having paid enough attention to this, try to put it back as I think it was when I popped it open.
Yeah.
And then close it and lock it.
I just want to remind you that you are a witch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah, that's all yours if you want it.
Stealing shit and using it as sympathetic tokens is kind of your calling card.
Okay.
And it's going to be obvious that the locker was broken into.
Okay. I am... Yeah, so I'm gonna be satisfied with leaving the poetry there, and I will grab the sketch.
The sketch. Okay.
And yeah, just put it in my bag.
Yeah. And we're assuming this is a sketch that Chloe herself made. So that'll be a sympathetic token that you have on Chloe.
Okay. Yep.
You could put it in. And you can use that as a string, or you can use it for hexes. It's your choice as you move forward.
Yep.
All right. And then I guess we'll cut the scene with, Alistair walking down the quiet halls, stuffing that sketch into his
Backpack.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
August. Last time we saw you, you'd gazed into the abyss and then tossed your brand new fairy silver necklace into the bush.
Look, sometimes you have strange visions and you need to do that.
You do shit like that.
Look, I got the XP from it. It was easy.
It was just an experience that August wanted to
Yeah.
have. Not the point.
Yeah, I think let's see, we kind of talked about, like, when does my mom even work? I guess, yeah, she works nights. I guess like if she's home and awake at this time of day, I think that's probably the scene I kind of have.
Yeah. Sure. So I think as you come home, yeah. What's your place like? It was a trailer, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those larger trailers that kind of like once you place it down, it's kind of housey looking.
Like mobile home-ish, yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you do come home and she's just woken up because she does work the late shifts, and so she sleeps for most of the day. But she does wake up mid-afternoon or so.
Yeah.
And she is, yeah, she's sitting at the kitchen table, a little kitchen counter table in the mobile home, sipping a cup of coffee when you return. And she is not wearing the bracelet at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I like. Oh yeah, I sit down and yeah, I think I'm old enough. I have a cup of coffee as well. Hi mom. Uh
Hi, August, honey. How's school? Happy Friday.
oh, thanks. Well, I mean, you work. I was gonna say you too, but you work weekends.
Yeah, I
Um,
got to work a shift tonight.
uh,
Everyone
how
needs to
yeah,
get their
how are
drinks.
things? How are things at work?
Oh, it's the same old, same old. Um, uh, people coming in, ordering drinks, gambling, not paying much attention. The tips weren't bad yesterday. Um,
Oh, cool.
what were you up to yesterday, hon? Quiet at home?
Yeah, I was studying
Oh yeah,
because of a test in math.
math. I never was much good at math. Are you any good at it, August?
I mean, I can add stuff and multiply. I can't do log though. I don't know what that means.
No, you're better off than I was. You making friends at school? I know you're the new kid and all.
Yeah, I'm making friends, and I kind of take a sip from my coffee. What about you, mom?
She hesitates a moment and stares out the window. Oh, nothing to speak of. Nothing to speak of. There's always customers who's always trying to butter me up, but they've always had too many drinks. I wouldn't call anyone at the casino a friend.
Yeah, and I take another sip and I say, and I'm like, oh, um,
She said,
no, I'm gonna go ahead if you were gonna say
I was going
something.
to say something. Yeah, she says. Now, since we got here, you haven't been having any more of those dreams, have you, hon? The nightmares about the man chasing you through the forest that you were complaining about?
Nope, I lie.
Good thing, good thing. I just want to check. I want you to be sleeping easy, hon. Sleeping easy here. We need to find a place where you can sleep easy. We can both sleep easy.
I yeah, I kind of stared at my coffee. Are you sure everything's okay with you, mom? I have the feeling that there's something you're not telling me about. Something new here about this town?
And she reaches out and she puts her hand over your hand on the table, says, Hun, we got to find someplace where we're protected, where we're safe. And don't you worry about it. Your mama's going to find someone to protect us and keep us safe. So we don't have to live in some mobile home anymore.
Oh, I think I pull my hand away. Was that the person that gave you the bracelet? I look down at my coffee as I'm saying that.
Boy, have you been going through my things? I didn't raise you that way.
but you seem to have you see. Maybe I learned about maybe I learned lying from the best person I know at it, and I just cut at her, and I'm shutting her down.
You're trying to shut your mom down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I figured it was gonna go this way. It was gonna go this way.
All right. I guess you're gonna roll with cold then.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. That's a 6, but I get my advance.
So you do gain XP.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to get a slap across the face, first of all, for your efforts.
Yep. Uh-huh.
You ingrateful little boy. Don't you be talking to your mother that way. And she grabs her her coffee and she storms out the door. Everything I do for you. She turns around and she's walking out the door. And yeah, and she slams it behind her. And I'm going to hold the rest of the hard move for the future, since we're close to the end of the session. But yeah, you're left alone in the mobile home. Your cheek is kind of red. And
should I mark a harm for that?
Sure. It was such a bitch slap you took harm.
Yeah.
Mama knows how to throw a bitch slap. All right, and then I think maybe we'll stop there. Unless you guys actually, unless you guys want, we stop with the kiss with Belinda and Chloe. Did you guys want to move to where the where the tunnel ends, or do we want to leave that for next time?
I'm okay personally leaving it for next time. I would want to know, if we do seal the deal, when does that happen? Because I didn't know if you were planning on showing me your collection first or not. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other.
This is a pitch. It almost feels like that photo of the skull, which you can show to Mario. Like, see what kind of shady stuff they have there in their house? Could be the thing from the collection that you get here.
That's possible. I mean, I don't. What do you think?
I mean, the collection. So that's not how I read that move. It's like something,
right?
No,
so
that's
it's a collection
right,
of, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't mechanically be part of your collection. It might just be a photo that fictionally, in terms of fictional positioning, is something Mario really likes. I could always be back on a subsequent trip to check out your collection if you want to pull that move in at a later date.
I mean, I think so. I mean, like, I would be happy if later on Chloe says, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom," and then like sneaks down into the wine cellar to just take a picture anyway, right? Like, I don't mind that it happens.
How about this? We see the kiss, and then we see it end, and Belinda takes Chloe's hand and says, "You want to see where the tunnel goes?" And we'll cut it right there, and then we can see what happens next time. Because then we'll have lots of different opportunities for where that tunnel might go. Could be Belinda's bedroom. Could be Eustace's.
We're going to end on another cliffhanger.
It could be, yeah, I should learn my lesson to not toy with cliffhangers, but let's try it.
No, that's fine.
Is that okay? All right, that's where we will cut that one.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Thanks for anyone who is watching.